Today we're going to be discussing a topic that might seem a little daunting at first, but it's important to understand the future of technology and its impact on our lives. The topic is the 3 stages to you becoming obsolete. Stage 1, interacting with AI through services such as ChatGPT. The first stage of becoming obsolete is when you start interacting with AI through typing into your device. With the advancements in natural language processing and machine learning, AI is now able to perform tasks that were once only possible for humans to do. This includes simple tasks such as sending an email, making a call, and even ordering food. These tasks can now be done quickly and efficiently with the help of AI, reducing the amount of time that you need to spend on them. Stage 2 is the brain chip. The second stage of becoming obsolete is when you're trying to stay relevant as AI continues to advance. This is when the concept of a brain chip comes in. Imagine having a chip implanted in your brain that allows you to connect directly with AI. This chip would allow you access to information, control devices, and perform tasks even faster and more efficiently than before. While this technology may sound far-fetched, it's important to note that advancements in brain-machine interfaces are being made every day. Stage 3 is the robot world. The final stage of becoming obsolete is when AI becomes fully autonomous and you live off of universal basic income. In this stage, AI has replaced most jobs and humans no longer have to work to survive. Instead, they can live off of UBI, which is a form of social security provided by the government. This means humans can now focus on their creativity, education, and self-improvement without having to worry about making a living. While this might seem like a utopia, it's important to remember that with great power becomes great responsibility, and we need to ensure that AI is used for the benefit of all, not just the select few. These are the 3 stages. This is important that we look at it for what it truly is. Right now, we're interacting with things like ChatGPT. AI is being put into all these new softwares that were not there before. I've seen all kinds of things. Literally AI created for hairdressers, AI for anything. And of course, this is going into robotics as well. Each and every step of the way, it brings us closer. Now, right now, today, as it stands, if you're doing copywriting, if you are in sales, if you're doing any sort of task that something like a ChatGPT could perform, well then, it's going to be a lot faster to use this than to actually do it on your own. So a simple command in this prompt is going to bring you back a lot of content. For emails, people in their businesses writing emails, they could actually be using a service like this to speed that up. The next stage, stage 2, is all about the brain chip. And why? It's because there are going to be some people, you and I may not want a brain chip, but there's going to be some people out there who say, I am now the fastest guy. I am going to be able to compute everything much faster than all of the rest of my peers. I'll get that brain chip because that's going to make me the leader. And so somebody says, well, now he's got the brain chip. Maybe I should get the brain chip. And then this happens over and over again. And suddenly you're trying to, go in there with ChatGPT or Google and all these other services that are available today, and it's not enough to compete against the others. So everybody may go and get their brain chip, or they may become irrelevant and obsolete. And then we move into stage 3, which is basically AI, robotics, automation has taken over most of the jobs. And then there are other jobs that maybe are done by low-wage workers because that's all that's needed for it, but for some reason can't be done by a robot or by some level of automation. And that is taken care of. As an example, though, when you look at what they're trying to do with universal basic income, they're trying to say to you, this is where you can be and be oh so good. But there's, of course, a different level to that. It's not so fantastic as they made it seem, and I did so in the introduction. But you're here now, and I can tell you the truth, that when they give you universal basic income, it might not be that utopia that we're being told about. This is important, of course, as always, to look into it all, but realize how we move through the stages. It isn't simply a matter of you deciding to do it. It's about trying to keep up as we become more irrelevant. You might not think that's the case, but look at the trend in which we are headed today. It's the pace at which, remember I say this, it's the pace at which everything is accelerating that we haven't seen before as new technology comes into play. There's always new technology. 200 years ago, things were new. 100 years ago, there were things that were new. But the pace at which it would take a generation, it would take 2 generations for something to happen. So we could adapt. But now today, things are moving so fast, we can't adapt. And that's why you might use something like a ChatGPT, or some people in the near future, maybe they're going to put a chip in their brain just because they have to pay for their food. Maybe they say, I don't want to go on that UBI. I'd rather have a chip in my brain. And this is, it's sort of a dystopian sort of look. It reminds me sort of something like a Brave New World, a 1984 kind of outlook. But this is where we're at. And that's what I wanted to bring you today, the 3 stages to you and me becoming obsolete. And I really want to know what you think about this. Remember what I said. It's the trend and the way this moves. It's also people that are trying to remain relevant as well as trying to get on top, using any advantage that they can. And then 3 being how we basically are permanently unable to do anything except take what we're given with the universal basic income that will likely be in some way connected to the central bank digital currencies. All of this is so important. I hope that you will share this content with your family, with your friends, with your coworkers, somebody you believe would actually be interested in knowing this. And so what I ask of you is to hit that share button, send it off to somebody today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is a very different video, a very interesting video. I hope you appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Take care.